Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Today I am here with another topics to discuss from the interview point of view. So whenever you attend an interview, right, there will be definitely one or two questions will be asked from the topic which I am going to discuss. The topic is Java 8 Stream API. So most of the time interviewer will give you a problem and will ask you to write solution using Java 8 Stream API. So I have collected few questions which are very important and it is going to be very interesting as well. So please go through the video till end. Once you see all video till end, I'm sure that you'll be able to write solution of the questions using Java 8 Stream API. So let's get started. I'll just go to the ID. So here you see in my screen, I have collected these 15 questions and we'll solve one by one and we'll see that how do we write code for this. Here I have written few input which I'll be using these inputs when we write the solution for the above problems. So we'll start from the first problem, which is you will be given a list of integer and find out all the even numbers that exist in the list using string. So here you see I have taken a list of integers and we have to find all the even numbers from that list. So the first problem, how will we write is that list dot stream dot, will use filter function of the stream where we can write the condition. For example, for we know like condition for the even number, right, n mod 2 equal to 0, and then you can print it using for loop system dot out print ln. So this is very simple. If we run this code, let's see. So here you see we are able to print all the even numbers using Java 8 API. This is one way. There can be different way of doing this also. You can try it out. I'm just giving you how we can write it. So this was the solution for first problem. Let's go to the next problem, which is you have to find out all the numbers starting with 1. So I will take same input where you see you have to get the numbers which are starting with 1. So like it should give you 10, 15, because these numbers are starting with 1. So how can we write code for this? Again, let's take list dot stream dot, we need to use map function, and then we need to convert each element in the list to string. The way we convert into string is like this, and then you can filter number starting with like number. When we have a string function like start with, where you can pass 1, and then you can collect into another list. So you can use collectors.toList, and this will return you another list of integers. Here you can take start with one list. It will return string, and let's print start with one list, and for time being I'll just comment this so that we only see the output for this. So here you see we are able to see the numbers which are starting with 1. So there were 3 numbers in the input which starts with 1. So this code which I have written on the board, we are able to see that it is able to print the required output, which is 10, 15 and 15. So let's move on to the next questions. Next question is how to find duplicate element in a given integer list using Java Stream API. So slowly we are moving into more complex problem. So here you have given a list of integers and you have to find duplicate elements from this. So let's see how can we write code for that. So basically here I will define a set of integer set let's import it, then again we'll iterate list dot stream filter, and then you can use the lambda function inside filter, where we'll add with the negation in set, and then let's print it system.out println. So this should give you the element which are duplicate, because we have the property for the set, right? Set will not allow you to add the duplicate element. So here we have used that condition which is negation of set. So this will give you the duplicate element. So let's comment this again so that we can see the output for this. I'll just run the code, and you see we got the output 98 and 15. Let's go to the input and see these are duplicate. So you see in the input array 15 is duplicate because it is present twice, and 98 is duplicate, that is also present twice. So this code is able to give you the correct output. Now the another question is, which is fourth one. So you have given a list of integers, find the first element of the list using stream. So again I'll take the same list, and we have to find the first element from the list. So list dot stream dot find first. There is a method in Java 8 Stream API, find first, which I'll be using here. That will give you the first element, and if present function will use, and then we'll print So this should be able to give you the first element from the list. You see it is printing 10, and which is the first element in the list is 10. So this is able to give you the expected output, which is first element from the list. So for that will be will be using find first method. The next question is, which is fifth, how to remove duplicate from the list while preserving the order using JavaScript. So to remove the duplicate from the list, we'll use list dot stream dot, we'll use the distinct function and then collect into another list, collectors dot to list. This will give you a list of integers and unique number. So if you print this unique number, so here you see which are duplicate. 15 is duplicate because it is present twice, 98 is duplicate, so it should remove these two elements. I'll just comment the previous solution so that we can see the output for the current problem. You see 98 was present twice and 15 was present twice, that got removed from the list. Now come to the next problem, which is given a list of integer, find the maximum value element present in it using Stream API. So again we'll use list dot stream dot max function will be using here, where you can pass that comparator like a comma b lambda function a dot compare to b, and then you can use the get function which will return max value from the list. So let's print that. I'll give some message max value equal to, and then print max. So this should give you the max value. So here you see the max value is 98, which is highest in the list. You can check here, 98 is the highest. So this is how we'll be getting the max value. There can be another solution as well. I'm not telling that this is the only solution, but this is one of the way to get maximum value from the list using Stream API. So you can try with another solution, that is absolutely fine. Now let's go to the next problem. We solved 6-1, so we'll go to the seventh. Seventh problem says that you are given a list of integers, sort all the value present in it using stream. So let's use that list dot stream dot sorted function will be using for sorting purpose, and you can collect again into another list, collectors dot to list. So this should give you the sorted list. So again, list of integer sorted list. Let's print it, sorted list. Let's run the code, and here you see the list got sorted. It is sorted in ascending order. If you want to sort in the reverse order like descending, you can do, which is I believe is the next questions. Yes, question number 8, which is saying sort the value in descending order. You can do that in similar fashion, just adding a comparator in the sorted function. So that will be like, I'll just take list of integer, say sorted list descending. So list dot stream dot sorted dot collect collectors dot to list, and here you can pass the comparator dot reverse order. So this will sort the list in descending order. I'll just copy the println statement and replace with the descended sorting list. So here I'll just give descending, and let's execute it. So here you see the list is sorted in descending order. In the first line you see it is sorted in ascending order, in the second line it is sorted in descending order. So the only difference is that you need to pass the comparator in sorted function, comparator dot reverse order, to sort the list in descending order. So this is the solution for question number 8. The question number 9 says that Java 8 program to perform cube on list element and filter numbers greater than 50. So we'll see like how can we perform cube for each element in the list and then filter whose value is greater than 50. So list dot stream dot map will be using map function to traverse each element in the list. Let's say n, will be calculating cube of each number, n into n into n. Then we'll use filter function where we'll take, let's say, I lambda function I greater than 50, so it will filter all the value which are greater than 50, and then you can either print it using for each or you can store in a list. It's up to you. I'll just print it system.out dot println. So if we execute now, you see all the value which are printed on the screen is greater than 50. So even This is how we'll be writing using map, field and filter function from the stream API. So let's go to the next question now, which is question number 10. Find the kth smallest in an array using Java stream. So kth smallest, like this is DSA problem also, where without Java 8 find the kth smallest from array. But how can we will find kth smallest or kth largest using Java 8? I have already made a video on this kth largest find element from an array without Java 8. So here I will be covering how can we find same problem like kth smallest element in an array using Java 8. So here I will take a input. Let's take, you are given a int array and let's take 4 2 7 1 5 3 6. You are given a int array of int type and you are given a value k equal to 3. So let's say kth smallest value will be, like, first we need to convert this int array into stream, so that we can convert with arrays.stream function where you can pass array, then you can sort the stream which you got, and then we need to use skip function where we'll skip k minus 1 and then find first, so that will give you find first. If that is not found, then we can or else return -1. So let's print kth smallest element equal to this. Let's see, element, the output is 3. So you see, third smallest will be 3 because first smallest is 1 and second smallest is 2. So third smallest will be 3. So this is how we'll write the code for finding kth smallest using Stream API. So this was question number 10. So question number from 1 to 10 which I discussed here in the video is based on integer value. Now question number 11 to 15 will be based on string. So first question is, which is question number 11, which says that you are given a string, find the first non-repeated character in it using string. So let's see how we'll write code for first non-repeated characters in it. This is going to be very important. You practice, then only you will able to write it properly. So I'll just take this input string which I have taken in the beginning. I'll just cut and paste it here so that when I write the code, I can see what is the input. So now let's see. Here we are given a string and the ask is find the first non-repeated character. So let's start. I'll just take input string. We need to convert into chars. So there is a function called chars, and then dot map to object where we pass is character dot will convert into two lowercase, and then character dot value of, and we'll typecast into char, not here, it should be here. 1 second. Then after that we need to collect, or we can use like characters dot group by, so that we can store the chars in a map with cont. So I'll use collect then collectors dot grouping by, and then we have function dot identity comma linked has map, and then collectors dot counting. So this will give you the count of characters, and then we can get entry set, and then we need to stream the entry set, then we can filter based on the value. So let's entry dot get value equal to 1, and then map get the key, and then get the find first value, and then you can get it. So this will return you characters. Just take it in a result. Now if you print the result, equal to, so it should, let's see what it's print. So see, it's printing the characters j, and j is the first character which is non-repeated. So I know this is very complex, but if you practice few times you will be able to write it very easily. So first I'll just go through it. First we are converting into chars because this is a string, then we are converting into like lowercase. Once that is done, we are just storing count of each character in a map, and then we are iterating that map, and based on the value we are just printing the first value. So this is what we are doing in this whole query. This looks complex, but if you understand, it is not that much complex. I will tell you practice few times, that will make you understand better and write it. Next, the next question is, which is question number 12. You are given a string, find the first repeated character using strings. So it is very similar to the previous one, just that you have to tweak the questions, and then you will be able to get the answer. So I'll just copy it, because I'll just say result 1, and so here only we need to change the condition, and the condition which will change is this, where we are taking value, or we were filtering value whose value was equal to 1, but here we will filter whose value is greater than 1. So if you print this here, it's nothing but result 1. Let's see what it prints. It is printing A, because A is, if you go to the input stream, A is getting repeated, which is like first character which is getting repeated. So A is the correct answer for this question. Now let's go to the next question, which is finding frequency from the string list in with Java 8. So how can we find the frequency? So for that, let's take this input. I'll just copy from there and we'll paste it here, so why I'm writing this question, because all are similar to each other. You just to manipulate few things here and there, and you will be able to write it. Let's see how can we write it for this. So let's take char list dot stream dot collect, and again we'll use collectors dot grouping by function dot identity, then collectors dot counting. So this will give you the count of each string in a list. So it will return you map of string comma long. Just store it in frequency count, and let's print out frequency count. Let's execute the program. Here you see we are able to get the count of each string from the list of string. So the input was A, B, B and C. A is twice. So here you can see that count of A is twice. So this was my question number 13. And then next question is how to find only duplicate elements with count from the string. So to find the duplicate elements, I'll use the same string and the code will be similar. I'll be adding few another functions in the same, so I'll just copy it. Here I'll write I'll just give a variable name duplicate elements, and this will give you the count of each string from the list of string, and then we can just iterate that map filter entry dot get values whose value is greater than 1, and then we can collect into another map. So use collectors dot to map, and then map entry dot get key comma map dot entry get value, and then let's print duplicate elements. Let's make it a small for naming convention. Let's see what it's print. So you see it's printing only AA because A is duplicate. So this is how we'll find the duplicate from the list of strings. And the last question is find the longest string in a list of a string using Java string. So I'll just take this input and we have to find the longest string from this list of a string. So let's see how we'll write code for finding longest string. So strlist dot stream dot max, will use max function and will pass a comparator dot comparing int, and will pass based on length. This will return you optional of string longest string, and if you print longest string dot get, let's give some message longest string. You see it's printing banana because banana is the longest one, and we'll just change because let's take some more input. I'll just give jackfruit. And here you see the output got changed because jackfruit has the longest among all the present in the list. So this was my last question, guys, which I was writing. I think the question number 15. So I have covered this 15 question, which is very important from the interview point of view. I had said same thing when I was starting the video in the initial. So I will say that you practice these questions again and again. Once till the time you are not comfortable, you see video again and again. You stop the video and practice. If you will not practice, you will not get it completely. You will if you see only video, you will remember for some time, but you will definitely going to forget. The only thing is to practice, practice, practice. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.